Today I'm going to talk about how F1 cars have changed since 1950. In 1950, steering wheels were about as basic as can be and made up of aluminum and butter. It was quite some years before teams began to incorporate buttons and switches onto the wheel. Perhaps the most immediately noticeable difference between a current F1 engine and that used in 1950 is the location. In the beginning, the cars were front-engine, and it was not until 1955 that a rear-engine car first appeared in the World Championship. Although Auto Union had scored success with the layout before World War II. The Alpha-TAS engine was supercharged, as were the engines of several cars on the grid, with compressed air fed into the engine's cylinders, multiplying its explosive potential. The inlet and exhaust valves were operated by double overhead camshafts, and each cylinder's two valves were displayed for the optimal angle for combustion. In 1950, the Alpha had a 4-speed H pattern gearbox and 3 pedals, going clutch, accelerator, brake from left to right. By comparison, in 2020, F1 cars have 8 gears which are selected using paddles in the steering wheel, meaning there are just 2 pedals in the cockpit. Aerodynamics in motorsports, as we consider them today, did not really come about until the late 1960s, and as a consequence, the cars taking part in the inaugural F1 season were devoid of downforce producing wings and bodywork features that are now considered synonymous with a single-seater racing. However, today aerodynamics performance is the biggest performance differentiator. Generating more and more efficient downforce has improved key areas such as cornering and braking that allow F1 cars to reach such high average speeds. In the first season of F1, the tires were far skinnier than anything seen since and were a standard size for both the front and the rear. Tires grew wider during the 1960s, but they were still grooved. Slicks arrived in the early 1970s and boosted grips levels, increasing cornering speeds and acceleration. In 2020, the tires are much bigger, with the front tires 305 mm width and the rear 405 mm. Pirelli makes a range of different tire compounds for different temperatures and strategies, with 3 types available per race. Today, steering wheels can have over 20 interactive elements that can make all manner of the different changes to the car. In 1950, there was no real concept of having safety devices built into the cars, with the drivers themselves racing in shirt sleeves with just a cloth cap and a pair of goggles. But in recent decades, safety has become a priority, and great strides have been made in the preventing injury to the drivers.